The heroine of this video is named Victoria Tutkevich. She is 60 years old, but if you see her on the street for the first time, you will most likely give her no more than 35 years old. She does not pursue youth at any cost and does not live in a regime of strict restrictions or permanent prohibitions. For her, age is not an enemy or an obstacle, but a natural process that can be slowed down and mitigated through daily habits. What exactly are these habits? What kind of diet does she follow? How does he train? Watch the video to the end, and we will reveal the main secrets of youth and health of this incredible woman. So, let's get started. The first and most noticeable element of her lifestyle is regular gym workouts. But the key here is not in the fact of the sport itself, but in how it is embedded in her life. These are not rare bursts of motivation or an attempt to catch up with youth, but stable practice. Strength training, in her case, works as a tool to preserve the muscular frame, which is gradually lost with age in most people. And it is this point that is often underestimated. Muscles are not just about aesthetics or physical strength. These include metabolic activity, joint protection, posture support, and even hormonal effects. When a person exercises regularly, he actually slows down one of the most noticeable aging processes, sarcopenia, that is, age-related loss of muscle mass. And this is directly reflected not only in appearance, but also in how easily a person moves, climbs stairs, recovers from stress, and even how long they remain independent in the future. But Victoria's workouts don't exist on their own, in isolation from the rest of her life. The second key layer of her lifestyle is regular movement in the fresh air. And this is not about rare walks for show or an attempt to gain steps, but about a constant presence in a natural environment where the body receives a completely different type of load and recovery at the same time. On the street, the body begins to work differently. Breathing becomes deeper and smoother, muscles turn on gently and naturally, and the nervous system gradually comes out of the state of constant internal tension in which most people live in an urban rhythm. From a physiological point of view, such habits turn out to be much more important than it might seem at first glance. Fresh air, moderate physical activity, and regular changes in the visual and sensory environment help to reduce the level of stress hormones that directly affect the aging of the body. When there are fewer of them, the quality of sleep improves, recovery from exercise accelerates, and the nervous system generally stabilizes. And it is recovery in this context that becomes a hidden but critically important factor. It largely determines whether a person will look fresh, energetic, and alive, or tired, even if they exercise properly and monitor their diet. Nutrition takes special attention in her system, especially the addition of protein to the diet. And here it is important to understand the context. With age, the body's ability to efficiently absorb protein decreases, while the need for it, on the contrary, increases, especially if the person is active. Protein, in her case, is not a sports fashion or an attempt to build muscle like in 20 years. This is the basic building material without which the body begins to save resources. With a lack of protein, the body gradually begins to use its own tissues to repair itself. Muscles become weaker, skin loses density, and recovery slows down. When the diet is rich enough in protein, the body works differently. He is not forced to disassemble himself to maintain vital functions. This directly affects the appearance, the density of tissues, muscle tone, skin quality, and even the overall feeling of energy throughout the day become more stable. But there is another element that at first glance may seem secondary, and not directly related to the topic of health and longevity, but in practice, it has a noticeable impact on appearance and personal style. With Victoria, it never looks random or made for show. It's not just a matter of dressing according to the situation and not trying to meet external expectations. This is a well thought out self-presentation system that is closely related to her inner state and how she feels in everyday life. And there is a subtle psychological mechanism at work here. When a person is well groomed, when his external image is collected, when clothes correspond to his character and sense of self, the brain begins to perceive personality differently. A stable internal attitude is being formed. I am active. I am turned on. I control my life. And this is gradually reflected not only in the mirror, but also in behavior. The manner of movement changes. There is more confidence in gestures. Posture becomes more collected. Speech becomes calmer and clearer. It is important that we are not talking about external aesthetics and not about trying to impress others. Much deeper is the issue of identity. The external image becomes an anchor that anchors internal habits and makes them more stable. If you put everything together, it becomes clear that the Victoria system is not a set of disparate habits. It is an interconnected structure. Workouts support the body. Walking stabilizes the nervous system. Protein provides recovery. And style and appearance form the psychological foundation that holds everything else together. The story of Victoria Tutkevich shows an important thing. Longevity does not consist of one big secret. It is formed from a multitude of small but precise decisions that are repeated every day. And when these decisions become a system, age ceases to be the dominant factor. It remains a number, but it ceases to be a limitation. This is the main paradox. The less a person tries to rejuvenate, and the more they focus on the quality of their daily lives, the younger they eventually look and feel. And perhaps this is exactly the most practical secret of longevity, not to fight against time, but to build a stable and reasonable dialogue with it. Friends, what do you think of this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful. We also recommend watching this video, which has now appeared on your screen.